So I've gotten soft, I've gotten fluffy, I've eaten chocolates, bread, a bunch of other junk, you name it, and I've hit the point where I've hit so much pain in my life with getting up lethargic. My day-to-day life is full of brain fog that I'm sick and tired of it. I'm taking this step. I'm sharing it with y'all. I got up to 17, 16% body fat. Usually I maintain 10 to 12. I like to keep my abs going. I have less brain fog when I'm there, and I feel overall healthier, higher energy levels. Now, I am an extremist, and I am very black and white, and I believe that when you want something, you put all your brain power to it and you achieve it. And with no matter how much pain comes along, if it is your one goal, you're gonna stick to it. And this is my one goal. Everything else in my life is kind of at a nice, comfortable spot where I can devote all my brain power to, hey, you're only eating 2 pounds of red meat a day. Everything else you bump into, everything else you see, no, you're not eating that. That's it. 2 pounds of red meat every single day. Now, for those of you that aren't very familiar with the calories in red meat, it's not very much. So in a pound of red meat, you're getting about 700 calories. And in those 700 calories, you're getting about 100 grams of protein. So if I'm getting 2 pounds of red meat, I'm only eating 1,400 calories, which is essentially like starvation mode, for me especially, because I cycle and I'm always on my feet, I'm walking a ton. So, I mean, my brain is already telling me, holy shit, you're crazy, you're gonna be hungry, and it's right, I am gonna be hungry. However, I know that if I fast track, I do this for 2 weeks before my metabolism starts to slow down, because if, in case y'all are aware, you can drop your calories by a significant amount and your metabolism will still maintain for about 2 weeks. Once you hit 2 weeks, if you're really low on calories, it's gonna start to slow down, your need's gonna go down drastically, which for those of you that aren't aware, NEAT is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And I mean, that's essentially like me moving my arms around, me kicking my feet, any sort of small movement you don't think about, all these hand gestures, that is NEAT. And I will slowly decline on that after 2 weeks especially. But during the 2 weeks, being on such low calories, I'm gonna feel it within 2-3 days. However, my metabolism won't feel it till about 2 weeks. So enough of this 2 weeks, I'm gonna do it. 2 pounds of meat. If y'all want to join me, feel free. If your goal is to cut down on body fat and you're like, you know what, like I'm gonna do it fast tracked, give yourself 2 weeks to do it, and then after that maybe you can bump your calories back up to 2,000 plus. But I'm an extremist. It's what I do. If I devote myself to this idea of that's all I'm allowed to eat, I won't touch anything else. It's the moment you accept a little bit that it goes downhill, because I've told myself this. I've told myself, okay, I'm gonna start eating less, because I've been trying to only eat meat. So I'll eat 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds of meat, and I'll tell myself I'm not touching anything else. I'm gonna slowly lose this weight, right? And then I find myself thinking, oh well, like I've been good for the week. Let me get 1 piece of bread. And I eat 1 piece of bread, and then without even thinking about it, my brain has drifted me toward grabbing more and more pieces of bread without me even acknowledging it. And I'm like, wait a second, now I'm like 600 calories up. What have I just postponed my deficit. So by doing this extreme approach, you're gonna lose a lot very fast, especially if you've never really stuck to low carb. You're gonna lose a lot of water weight, and you're gonna lose a lot of that bloating, that inflammation going on. So yeah, like the video says, starve yourself to lose fat, it's true. Because the lower calories you eat and the more you burn compared to how much you eat, you're gonna lose fat. It's inevitable. It's the laws of thermodynamics. You can't not lose fat eating 1,400 calories a day. I mean, you'd have to be. You can't, because I mean, I weigh 140, and if I lay in bed all day long, I'm still gonna burn about 1,900 calories a day just to exist. Let's say maybe it's even 1,800. I'm still in a 400 calorie deficit just for existing. Add steps to it, I'm hitting about probably like 15,000, 20,000 steps a day. Add cycling to it. I mean, you can see how quickly I'm gonna lose this weight. If y'all care to join, feel free. I am giving you my word now that it's happening. I'm devoting myself to it. Give me 2 weeks. You'll see some progress pictures. And after that, I'll probably bump it back up to 3 pounds of meat a day. And we'll see how I go from there. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you have one goal in mind, you can always be an extremist. Devote all your thoughts to it. And trust me, when you have one set goal, one set target, you're gonna hit those results. And I'm gonna prove it with this. See you, fellas.